guys, thanks for tuning in to today's episode of Pop Therapy TV. Today I'm here to talk to you guys about goal setting. Why is it that sometimes we achieve our goals and sometimes we don't? Many of us set important goals and things that we want to achieve, yet before we know it, often we lose motivation and our goals fall by the wayside. Just like that time I committed to giving up coffee, or that other time where I committed to giving up shopping and then I bought a new top. Why does that happen? So today I'm going to share my top 3 tips to help you smash your goals and increase your likelihood of succeeding at the things you want to do, and also talk a little bit about a theory of motivation that's going to increase your likelihood of setting goals that are important to you. So, tip number 1, always plan ahead. I know it sounds like a cliche, but if we fail to plan, we plan to fail. As small as this sounds, planning out the little things like the when, the where, the how, and what resources we need is going to greatly increase the likelihood of achieving our goals. So firstly, think of the how. So let's say, for example, your goal is to increase your exercise. What type of exercise are you going to do? How are you going to do it? Are you going to the gym? Will you be fitting in walks on your lunch breaks? Will you be doing some swimming on the weekend? Will you be doing something at home? Whatever it is, make sure that you've planned exactly what you're going to do so you've got a nice, clear activity in mind and there's no thinking required when it comes around to doing it. Secondly, make sure that you plan when you're going to do it. Let's say you've committed to exercising 3 times a week. If you haven't planned when you're going to do it, it's easy for the days to pass and then to realize that you haven't actually exercised at all. Is it going to be in the morning that you'll exercise? Will it be after work? Will it be on your lunch break? Whatever you're doing, plan ahead, put it in your diary and commit to those times. You're much more likely to stick to it. And lastly, plan your resources. So what do you need? Prepare ahead. If you're going to the gym, you're much more likely to go if your bag's packed, your clothes are ready, your shoes are out, your water bottle's filled, anything you might need. Resolve those barriers the night before so you don't even have to think about it on your way out the door. Or if you're going on a healthy diet, do a shopping day before you start the diet so you can make the right choices on day 1 of the diet. So little things like that set us up for success. So plan ahead to succeed. Tip number 2, share your goal with others. Sharing your goals with others is really important because by doing this, it helps build our mental commitment to achieving the goal. So when we let our friends and family know our intentions, it makes us more accountable and it also makes us feel more committed to the goal. It also allows others to maybe check in with you and gauge how you're going and help keep you on track. So having a support person or a buddy who you can kind of keep up to date with where you're at is going to help you to stay accountable and to stay on track with your goal. Now my last tip, make sure that the goal aligns with your values. So many of us actually choose goals for the wrong reasons. Often we choose goals because we think that we should achieve a certain goal, or we've been told that maybe we have to do something. So we think, okay, well, that's the goal that I'll work on. And it's understandable that when we don't choose a goal ourselves, we're actually much less motivated to achieve a goal. So we know that when a goal aligns with our interests and our values, it's much more likely that we'll achieve it. And those kind of goals are what I would call a self-concordant goal. So when we choose goals that are self-concordant, we're much more likely to put in effort to achieve those goals, and we're actually much more likely to attain a goal that's self-concordant as opposed to a goal that someone has told us to do, or a goal that we think that we should do, or maybe a goal that we're doing for some kind of external reward or recognition by others. So really thinking about the goal itself, have I chosen this for the right reasons? Does it align with my values? So say from my examples of giving up coffee, clearly that wasn't something that I value in the slightest. Otherwise I might have showed a bit more success with that goal. I actually value caffeine very much. As with giving up shopping, sure, the idea of giving it up sounds good on paper, but it wasn't actually something that I freely chose. So perhaps that's why maybe I didn't succeed so much with those goals. Whereas things that have been important to me, I have been better able to succeed at. But also we know when goals are self-concordant or freely chosen, when we do achieve them, we get a greater feeling of well-being and enhancement of our well-being. And why is that? Because we know that when we're working towards something that's important, it's satisfying for our psychological needs. So there's a theory of motivation called self-determination theory that posits that we have 3 core psychological needs, and these are competence, autonomy, and relatedness. So when we're achieving goals that are important to us, often we're ticking many of those boxes. So competence is about feeling like we're good at something and we're able to use our skills and strengths and abilities. So if you're working on a goal that's important to you, you're likely to be using a sense of competence and maybe perhaps drawing on your skills or even building a new skill. Autonomy is all about feeling that we have control in our lives and choosing a goal that we personally value, that aligns with our greater core values, is more likely to give us feelings of autonomy as well. And thirdly, relatedness is an important part of our psychological needs. And when we achieve our goals, often, in many cases, it allows us to relate to others. So increasing our exercise might actually allow us to relate to new people or to exercise with friends and connect with others. Sharing our goals with others is a great way to encourage relatedness. So working on goals that are important to us, that align with our values, that we've chosen freely, are much more motivating. So when you're choosing your goals, consider that. Why is it important for me to achieve this goal? How does it align with my greater values? Why does it matter that I do this? Asking yourself those sort of questions before you set the goal is going to help set you up for success and make sure that you're choosing a goal that really is for you and not because someone's told you that you should do it or you're worried about someone thinking that you haven't done something. Choose the goal for yourself and you're much more likely to achieve it. And forget about giving up coffee because it's never going to happen, or for me anyway. So thanks guys for tuning in to today's episode, and I hope you go off and set yourself some exciting self-concordant goals. Bye!